Looting, bags, and weight. Now, I want to talk about looting, bags, and weight. This is very important, so please listen up. The MNM inventory uses a slot system that WoW players will be familiar with, but it goes much farther than that. There is also item sizes and weight to consider as well. An item will always take up one slot, whatever the size, weight, or stackability of that item. However, not every item can go into every bag due to size limitations. As an example, a battle axe is a large item, meaning it can only fit in your main inventory and backpacks. But a pair of pants is considered a medium item and can fit in those, plus the bag slot bags, such as satchels, and many, though not all, of the trade skill containers, such as a tailoring kit. But it cannot fit in a pouch. Rings, however, are small items and will indeed fit in a pouch just fine. This means that inventory management is an integral part of your exploration and grinding sessions. Whenever you loot an item, you have to keep track of how many slots you have available, which is increased via bags, how much weight you have left, which scales with the strength stat, and the size of the item itself to determine which bag it can fit in. If you don't keep track of these things, you'll be confused when you try to pick up a weapon and it says you can't do so when you have 11 open slots in your pouch, but your main inventory is full of teeth and ears. If you just take a moment to move the teeth and ears into a pouch, you'll have room to loot the weapon. This is all fine and dandy, until you're carrying too much. Weight, of course, means you can be overweight or encumbered. Encumbrance by a couple of units isn't a big deal, you just run a little slower than normal. But eventually, if you go well over, you'll move at a crawl. And finally, eventually, you won't be able to move at all. So always keep an eye on all of that. Try and fill your pouches up with as many small items as you can fit. They're usually not very heavy, and most importantly, you don't want them taking up precious backpack slots. Unfortunately, as of this recording, the way items will be looted goes like this. Main inventory first, then backpacks, then bag slots, such as satchels, and finally belt slot pouches. What this means is that your tiny items like teeth will fill up valuable large item slots unless you manually move them into your pouches. I and others have petitioned the devs to reverse this order, but it hasn't happened yet and may never happen. Time will tell. Unless and until that happens, we have to manually manage our inventory, moving small items to pouches and medium items to satchels to make room for big honking hammers and axes and the like. It's kind of annoying, but it's part of the game. Might as well get used to it. It's great to do this while meditating, or medding, to get your mana back if you're a mana using class. Make use of that downtime.